Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the third episode of Symphogear AXZ. This one's titled The Horoscope Drawn by Gears. I'm guessing drawn by Symphogears, so horoscopes, the outlooks and fates drawn by the Symphogear users. They're going to be guiding it. I'm guessing is where they're kind of going with that. So hello. It's been 4 weeks since the last episode of this went out. I severely apologize. I've basically been dead for the past 4 weeks, effectively on the channel. It's the longest break I've ever taken from the channel, obviously. And honestly, the longest break I've ever taken from anime. I haven't watched a single anime episode or anime thing, really, in those 4 weeks. I've just been working and getting my life together. Visiting up north, obviously, more often now because my girlfriend's up there. So it's like I'm making more frequent trips there, which means I have less time at home, which means I have less time working. I'm very lucky that I'm flexible with my work, that I can just do more work before I leave and then catch back up afterwards. I'm not like fixed in like I have to be this day, I have to be, I can't change it. I'm very flexible, which is nice. But because it means I'm doing more work to catch up for the fact that I'm traveling, it means that I'm not having as much time to record, and it culminated in this mess that this season has now ended up being. The past 2 seasons have been very messy, but at the very, very least, the thing I can say for certain is that shows like Symphogear, World Trigger, and Log Horizon, they will be completed. The seasonal shows will depend on the seasonal shows, but when it comes to the Patreon quest shows, they will be fulfilled 100% guaranteed. And to that end, we're starting Symphogear. I would like to say I can complete Symphogear by the end of the year. I think it's definitely doable because I don't actually have anything else on this day slot. Tuesdays is just Symphogear day. There was nothing else in the season that really super caught my interest, so it's just Symphogear. I should be able to finish this season. I should be able to finish AXZ by the end of this season and going into the winter season. What the winter season is going to look like for me, though, is just up for debate. We'll see. But we're going to complete this, and we'll move on to XV as well, and we will complete Symphogear. I can guarantee that at the very least. So glad to be back. Hope you're happy to see me back, and that not everyone's left and abandoned me, because that would be kind of sad. But anyway, the algorithm's not going to be kind to me. Not posting for 4 weeks and then suddenly coming back, the algorithm's not going to be nice for me. So I'm going to have to start building up that consistency, because that is what determines usefulness in the algorithm. So, yeah, it's going to be a rough week or so, but we'll see how it takes us. So I did have a brief rewatch, and I do mean brief. I didn't sit down and watch through the full episode of episode 2, just to remind myself of what's going on, because obviously it's been a month. What I forgot was just how fire of an episode last episode was. Like, genuinely a really fire episode. We obviously had the whole thing with, was it Stefan or Steven? I forget how they pronounce the name. I think it was Stefan. Maybe Steven? I think it was Stefan. Being taken hostage, Chris having to shoot his leg to save him, even though that's going to cause some animosity with the sister Sonia, and that's a whole thing. Like, a lot of Chris's backstory and interpersonal relationships is going to come up this season, because we're in Valverde. So I'm excited to see how far we keep pushing that as time goes on. But we have obviously got the Alchemists of the Bavarian Illuminati to deal with, and what their plans are. Again, it seems as though they have a noble goal. How noble it truly is hard to say. We're learning a bit more about the structure. So these are the 3 alchemists under Adam, who was their leader, if I remember correctly. And the doll that they're currently trying to take back to their main base, wherever that is Tiki, an astronomical observation tool, I think was how it was said, something like that. So I'm not quite sure what she's necessarily observing. I'm going to guess it's something to do with the moon, because the moon kind of crops up every now and then. But there may be some other astronomical stuff that they're observing. But 400 years ago, they were enacting their plan, and alchemy itself is derived from heretical technology, which makes sense. It caused them to clash with Fine. We got the greatest character design in all of Symphogear, which is Fine's pirate outfit. I will fight anyone who argues that that's not the greatest design, unless XV has an even more fire design. Hard to doubt. Hard to really think that will happen, but anyway, Fine pirate outfit. The fact that it's only used in one scene, but it's so good. Just Symphogear things, really. But yeah, they lost Tiki. Where's Adam? Don't know. I guess Adam's still about, and they're just working for Adam, and we're going to go back and see him at some point, maybe? Or is that... I don't think Adam's out of the picture. They wouldn't bother introducing him, I don't think, if he wasn't a major key player in this. Yeah, so I think they'll... Either Adam's still there managing everything, or they're going to rescue him or do something. I don't know what happened to him 400 years ago after the clash with Fine. They lost Tiki, but that's all I think that was said. I don't know if Adam was taken or not. Or killed, even. I guess we'll see. But yeah, Chris and... Was Tsubasa with them as well? I think Tsubasa was with them as well. They're taking Stefan to the hospital. Maria, Kirika, and Shirabe are fighting up against the two of them. Prelati and Cagliostro, there's their names. I was looking for their names on the sheet. I was like, where are their names? There they are. Because it's Saint-Germain is the other one. And they launched their massive serpent thing, which has a really confusing name that I'm not even going to try and pronounce. I've given up on ever trying to pronounce that name. I'm never going to attempt to. However, because Hibiki, Fist 1, Reason 0, as the iconic line of that episode was, they managed to defeat this invincible snake. And it doesn't seem invincible. It seems as though it was regenerating through parallel dimensions almost. Like, they were talking about rewriting history, and it seems like history is a very big part of this, in a sense, guiding humanity towards the path they want to take, and that obviously plays into the butterfly effect. Like, whenever something happens, there's an outcome where it maybe didn't happen. So, for example, their serpent got destroyed. Well, just there's an outcome where the serpent wasn't destroyed in that attack for whatever reason. Why not just take that serpent and take it to our dimension or our timeline? It gets... Timelines and dimensions get real fucky, put simply. So I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to explain it in this series, like what their perspective on it is. Because I think they are just doing different timeline or dimension things and like crossing them over, and they're breaking down those barriers to align with whatever history they want to happen. Hence why they deemed it invincible, because they could just go to any other million dimensions and take whatever one they need for their purpose. Why Hibiki can just say, no, you, and just win Hibiki things, basically. They might explain that, though, knowing Symphogear. And I'm fairly certain there was something else that was, like, happening with this. I'm not sure if I'm just misremembering something, but I feel like with Maria's fight, there was, like, a wave of power or, like, a different glow to them that allowed them to keep fighting more. I can't remember if I'm just making that up or if I'm misremembering, but I feel like there was something there and it was like, there's another power that's, like, coming out or something. I don't remember. I feel like I remember something like that happening, although I might just be mixing up with another season or another show or movie or something else that I've watched somewhere in the past 4 weeks. That's not anime, and I might just be misremembering some other weird thing. Anyway, yeah, last episode was real good. The fact that it's been 4 weeks, I'm so sorry, because the season's been really good so far, and I'm excited to see where we end up going with this. So, without further ado, I'm going to shut up and we're actually going to watch the episode because it's been too long already. Loading up the episode up here, as per usual, these are timer-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from my seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon quest shows such as Symphogear here, which we will be completing as soon as possible. I would like to say I can do it by the end of the season. It should be doable, but we'll see. I'm never going to make promises again right now, just because of the way my life has kind of ended up going. But I want to try and get it done by the end of the season, or at least have the last 3 episodes to do in the first week or two of the new season in winter. That would be ideal, I think. But here on YouTube, we have to do timer-based, obviously, for copyright reasons. Bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play select episode, I select episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Anime Pahi, since they have the D-Truck sub version, which is the sub version that I've been told to watch ever since Season 2. I don't know what we're doing for XV yet, but like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. go to Anime Pie to watch the same version as me, or you can just watch the Crunchyroll version. It'll just have different subtitles, I think, is the only real difference. I think the actual episode itself is usually identical. It's just the subtitles are slightly different compared to that version. But you use screen flash on my face, on the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning as well. That will help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get back into Symphogear, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Yes, Hibiki punching the giant serpent. No, you. Yep. This was the cliffhanger from last time. Oh, hey, they're here. Alkanoise? Oh no, Saint Germain's here. All 3 of them, huh? OP time. So we've got all 3 Bavarian Illuminati versus all 6 Symphogears. I feel like that's very intentional, that there's some ruins or whatever that's just floating in space. I feel like that's maybe what we're using our astronomical observation tool to maybe identify and track down. It seemed very obvious to me that that might be what they're going for. I really do like these heart gem designs, by the way. The only thing I dislike about this OP really is that the character designs for Saint Germain and Cagliostro and all that are kind of revealed and given away too early. But it is very Symphogear to have this type of OP, so... My fire and my laser. Alright. Back at the academy. That's all we're doing. Yep. That tracks. Why are we having this scene now, by the way? Like, genuinely, why are we having this scene right now? Well, yeah. Oh, we're retelling it to Miku, I see, okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh yeah, they wouldn't know that. Mm-hmm. No. They would have aligned with Fine in that case. They wouldn't clash with Fine if they wanted to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Regain control. So they had control before, lost it. I mean, they were manipulating events, right? And then Fine put a stop to them, so 400 years of trying to get into it. No. I don't think it's the same. Like I said, if it's the same, they would have worked with Fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was the right choice. Uh-huh. Yeah, that you can't lie to Miku. Miku knows you way too well. There you go, yeah. Yeah, you can't lie to Miku. Briefcase? Guessing something important there. Oh, is this Tiki? Yep, this is Tiki. Okay. Okay. Antikytheric, yeah. Okay. So, positions of the stars and planets is important to this. That makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of, like... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, she's got to catch up on 400 years real quick. That's rather creepy. Hello. I love how they still have the same, like, musical, like, movement noise and stuff that the auto scorers had from last season. I love that that's been consistent. Uh-huh, sure. Sound cool? Is that Adam? How does that phone work? Lodge Master. It is. Okay. That look on her face. Lodge Master. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Doesn't care how they're doing it, just get rid of them. Huh. I feel like that's a little narrow-minded overall. But if you do just take out the problem, does it matter how it works? Yeah, no. Being attacked by the noise. Yeah. I wouldn't call that a bullseye. A bullseye would be to take out the cockpit or the entire plane, but... There you go, that's what you're meant to do. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Nice catch. But now we're out the plane. Transformation sequence? Full sequence? Yes. Ooh. It's... Okay. I think it was a bit too much of a slow build up there. But still, I like the style. Yeah. That was nice and fluid action. Oh, say goodbye to the heels. Oh, Jesus. We're gonna be caught? Or we're just gonna land on the water? Land on the water, alright. I mean, yeah, noise really aren't that threatening anymore. Yes. Honestly, I think they're after both. What is the cargo? That's a good question. Mm-hmm. Tiki. Mm-hmm. Someone didn't put their laptop on mute and almost got themselves killed. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. I like how they're working World War II into this as well. Classified documents, huh? Okay. Well, yes. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But let him die or distract, deflect. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. Oh, birthday episode coming up. Nice. 13th. Okay. Okay. What are they doing there? Just trying to draw you out, I guess. I feel like that's the best use of noise at the moment. Like, just to bring the Symphogear users to where you want them to be. It feels like the main purpose of them now. Ooh, done the transformation sequence. 2 in 1 episode, hell yeah. I like how they focus on the fact that the relic and the name is like on the gear somewhere. I like that little touch. Noticed it with the Amino Hibikiri on Tsubasa's this episode as well. I'm guessing. Yep, they're up there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, what is this? Special noise? So, not just Alkanoids now, we got something more. Whoa. What happened? Ah. Holy shit. Hello, Saturn. Ha! Huh. That's very interesting. And they just re-heal. Ha! Huh. It's almost like they create their own domain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just need to be even stronger. The Ignite modules. Is this part of that plan, maybe? I don't know. Whenever you have, like, the... Oh, transformation time. Yes. When you have, like, these, like, solutions to a problem, I'm always like, is this what the enemy really wants, though? I love these. I don't know, man. I just love these Ignite module designs. Their colors with the black just work so well for me. Mm-hmm. I think you have to break out wherever they are. Mm-hmm. Stop beating yourself up, Elf9. Destroy the space. Center of the space, okay. Something created the space. Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. Made that party. Gotta love it. It's tough, though. Interesting design. Alright. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is fucking badass. It's badass, but simultaneously so stupid. Holy shit. Yep. Space coming down. Very nice. But that was one of 3. We really do need that. I mean, you have 2 more. What was the objective here? Yeah, she's not gonna do that. Yeah. What? Huh. Interesting. Oh, I forgot the CD. Oh my god. Interesting. Great. Pick a fight with a god. Maybe their plan is somewhat aligned with Fine. I mean, if you want to pick a fight with a god, taking out the moon is a step to that. Because that will probably anger God. Maybe they are a bit more in line with Fine than I expected. I really didn't think they'd be, like, that in line with Fine's goals, because otherwise I feel like they would have, you know, gone with it. Now, why is this spot a good spot for it? I guess just the way... Of course, because they were at Valverde still, right? And then followed them to Japan, so... Other sides of the planet, really. If they're using an astronomical observation tool to monitor planetary movements and such, I'm guessing there must be a spot where the moon and other planetary bodies must be in, like, good alignment for whatever reason. What if every other planet in the system was created by gods just to block or hold something? That's probably very ridiculous, don't get me wrong. Because, like, the moon is just... Did they say the moon was created to hold the curse, or the curse... Or the curse below was just housed in the moon? I can't remember if it was one way or the other. But yeah, I feel like the fact that this is a good spot to pick a fight with gods is implying that the alignment of planetary bodies must be good in this location, aka Japan. I don't think she specifically meant that building top necessarily. I think she meant this city, probably. And in that instance, the moon and I'm guessing some other bodies would also be lined up. I mean, this subspace specifically showed us Saturn, so I'm guessing that's got something to it. Cagliostro... No, never mind. I thought Cagliostro was some form of astronomical reference, but I don't think it is. I think I'm thinking of something else. There's not a moon named Cagliostro, is there? Is that going to be a spoiler if I try and search that? I'm just going to look for it. Cagliostro... Moon? Oh, there's a thing called Cagliostro. Okay, never mind. I feel like Cagliostro was like some form of astronomical reference as well, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm probably thinking of something else, I'm just confusing the words. Anyway. Because Saint-Germain and Palati aren't going to be in that essence. Anyway, still haven't met Adam. We've heard Adam, so we know he exists still and is pulling the strings. He doesn't really care about how Symphogears are working. He just wants to get rid of them, and then he knows he's... I mean, it's right. Just get rid of the Symphogears and you are fine. But... yeah. Yeah. I feel like the alignment of things in Japan is obviously beneficial for them. A great spot to pick a fight with gods. I'm just looking at... I'm looking at her eyes, because her eyes start the astronomical observation stuff and have, like, the timelines and stuff. And she brings this up, there's the constellations and such. I was just trying to see if there's any, like, small little hints there that could be doing, because normally... what I would normally expect is either, like, the reflection of, or somewhere present, the moon. The fact the moon was completely absent from every single shot they were doing there has me somewhat suspicious. I don't know if it's just the way they framed it to show that the moon is actually directly overhead and is actually perfect right now. Or if the moon is just a red herring, because, like... pick a fight with God. Okay, destroy the moon, get rid of the Curse of Belial that God put in place. That would probably anger him, that you're defying God. That's how you probably pick a fight. But what if there's another way you can pick a fight with him? Because like I said, it seems too obvious of a direction to go in, right? And the fact they didn't show the moon once in any of this scene here kind of surprises me. Maybe I'm overthinking it now. Maybe I'm at the point now where I'm overthinking what they're going to do. And maybe they are just going to try and go for the moon. With the alignment of some other things. But why do they need alignment of anything else? Because you wouldn't need an astronomical observation tool to see where the moon is, right? If they were just going for the moon, it'd be like, oh, just go for the moon, it's right there. I mean, Fine didn't have, like, astronomical observation tools and stuff. She just pointed a big cannon at it and went, I'm going to shoot you. And so, you know, there's something more. I feel like Saturn has something to do with it, since they kind of showed that in the subspace that they created. Whatever planet they were on. Like, where were they when they were in this subspace? Like... where on earth were they? Like, is there any, like, hints that we can gather from this? There's a red planet over there. I'm trying to see... where on earth could they be? Were they even on a planet? Probably not a planet. They were probably on a moon, if they're that close to Saturn. But... let me just look up the moons of Saturn real quick. Because there's a lot. I don't know what I'm expecting here. I really don't know what I'm expecting. Like, none of this is going to give me a hint as to anything that's going on. Like, none of it will. Yeah, I don't know why I bothered with that. It's not going to give me any hints. Goddamn Ignite modules. I love the Ignite module so much. But again, if we go back to the OP real quick... they're fighting on the moon. Like, they're at the moon looking over Earth. As the OP kicks in. Then title card disappears. Hibiki jumps off. And we have... is that maybe... is that what's left of season... season 3? No, season 2. Is that just the remnants of the frontier? That she's blasting off from? I can't remember what the frontier looked like. I don't remember it looking quite like that. I mean, it was a very small bit of it. Oh, I can't look that up, just in case it is. I was going to look up what the Frontier looked like, but that might be a spoiler, because if there is the Frontier, there'll be a page talking about it in Symphogear AXZ. I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk searching that just in case. Okay. So my theories are that's either something completely new that they need for their plans, or that is probably just the Frontier. Maybe the Frontier's still part of the plans. Who knows? I mean, that's a bit of heretical technology just flowing up there, you know? Could be useful. Guess we'll see. God, it's so good to be back into Symphogear. Like, it's so good to be back into it. Like, I already feel like every single, like, all my theory crafting, like, ideas are starting to bounce back into my head, and it's like, okay, considering how the past 3 seasons are gone, what directions could they be going into? We still have, like, the parallel dimension stuff to go into, but I don't know if they're going to go too hard into that now. I don't know. But yeah, they want something lined up. I think it's the moon and something else. They want... I mean, is there ever a point where all 8 planets are lined up? Well, no, they won't need all 8. They'll only need the moon and the planets outside of us for that, because unless they're going to shoot through the bottom of the Earth as well, you can't really shoot the moon, Mars, Saturn in that direction and also get Venus and Mercury, because they'll be behind you. Unless, well, actually, no, never mind. That's not true. You could do it. God, like, hopefully they don't need Pluto, because Pluto's a bit of a rogue. Pluto would just be wherever the hell it wants to be. Not even on the same plane. So... I'm wondering how much of an alignment they need for this. Like, if it was just, like I said, it needs to be more than just the moon, because otherwise they just shoot the moon. Like, you can see the moon, point at it and click, you know? So I'm wondering what else they want aligned. The Frontier, who knows? I don't know where the Frontier currently is right now. I can't remember. Maybe they need the Frontier and the moon to be... Well, it can't be the Frontier, because if their plan was going to happen 400 years ago, the Frontier wasn't up there 400 years ago, was it? Unless it was. But no, it was sealed down below, and I think that was longer than 400 years ago. So, I don't think it's the Frontier necessarily. Unless that little bit of the OP was just a mention of the Frontier to say, oh, hey, look, it's the Frontier, that's cool. Or if it's something new. I don't know. Maybe it's something else they put into plan ages ago, and now they're going to try and... I don't know, but I'm super invested again. Like, it's so easy for me to become invested in this show. Like, genuinely, it's so easy to get invested, and I love the fact that this show can do that, because not many shows get me invested this hard, and get me to theory craft this hard, so fair play to Symphogear, as per usual, for being phenomenal. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the, what season are we on? Full 2021 season. You can find on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.